Good morning. Matthew chapter 4, verse 14. Christ's Galilean ministry fulfills prophecy. This was to fulfill what was spoken through Isaiah the prophet. Centuries before the incarnation, the prophet Isaiah foretold this great truth. The land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea, beyond the Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles, the people were sitting in darkness saw a great light, and those that were sitting in the land and shadow of death, upon them a light dawned. That's found in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 1 through 2. And 800 years later, just as prophesied, the despised, unbelieving Galileans glimpsed the Messiah, and ahead of many of the Jews in Jerusalem, saw the dawning of God's new covenant. The Jews in Galilee were less sophisticated and traditional than those in Judea. The Jews' historian Josephus noted that the Galileans were fond of innovations and by nature disposed to change, and they delighted in seditions. They even had a regional accent distinct from the Judeans, found in Matthew chapter 26, verse 73. Jesus likely chose his apostle from Galilee because they too would have been less bound to Jewish tradition and more open to the gospel. Jesus going to Galilee to really begin his ministry shows that salvation was for sinners everywhere, with no distinctions or restrictions. It fulfilled Old Testament truth, which God revealed through the Jews in Romans chapter 3, verse 1 through 2. However, it was not an accommodation to the proud, exclusive Judaism prevalent in Jesus' day. It was no accident that the light of the world, John chapter 8, verse 12, first proclaimed himself and his message in Galilee. Now I want you to ask yourself, as we'll continue to see, Jesus often went to the least expected, the least admired, the least in the pecking order to administer his grace and reveal his identity. What is your level of concern and compassion for those in the greatest need of the gospel? Pray for a heart that beats like Jesus' heart did and does. Amen. God bless you. Until next time.